Hi everyone. I hope despite the hot weather, you are all safe. Shout out po sa lahat ng teachers sa buong if there are teachers watching from other countries, I salute you. Teachers who's watching right now, Filipino teachers, keep it up. Okay. Just don't forget to follow the reminders of the flexible learning series down. Stated that you just have to subscribe first YouTube channel of Bibal Group and then follow certain protocols. Uh, a quick recap. Hmm. I just realized that in order for a new learning to take place, it's a matter of practice. Hmm. There's no one in the world that knows everything. Hmm. In the midst of COVID, we are experiencing a lot of uncertainties. One is the challenge um, that we are facing now, yeah, that affects our educational system. Um, but still, we are fortunate enough that we are here watching this Bibal Flexible Learning Series. And let me take this opportunity to thank the Bibal Group. I might not be the best resource speaker that they could have. Maybe I was given a chance, an opportunity to share what I have learned and I know. To all teachers, future teachers, parents, uh, students, let's not stop learning because every day, especially in this kind of pandemic disease, every day is a blessing. Uh, I would like to take the opportunity to give thanks, especially those frontliners that risk their lives just for the sake of saving others. Mabuhay po kayo. Okay. Um, my topic is about flexible classes. It is not appropriate, although I might state flexible learning later on because in the context of learning, it's a form or a part or a type of learning, but it's not suitable for us to call it as a full flexible learning. Flexible flexible classes is appropriate because it's a different methods. Flexibility in terms. Um, student, we are focusing here on the part of students that they could have a chance to choose what type of learning they think they are suitable for them. I will be your webinar speaker for this afternoon. My name is, my student call me Denden. My real name is Hildenberg Di Marukot. It's not a usual name, I know, but you can call me Denden. And if you have a lot of questions pertaining to flexible classes, please free to ask after the video. Uh, I've been teaching for almost 15 years in the field of physical education, where we thought these flexible classes will not emerge. I graduated at University of the East under the degree of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in physical education. Took master's degree at the same university. To be honest, uh, it's a privilege to finish my study despite the fact that I'm a student athlete. In the learning structure where we craft our what we call the CAP, known for the Department of Education, which is the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. A study of Wilkin of 2019, physical education majors are dominant in psychomotor aspect of learning. So I guess that's proven. I strongly believe that. However, the cognitive and affective part is the two sector that has to catch up. Eventually, I don't have the I don't have I don't see myself before as a teacher. That's why I strongly believe that it's not just a noble course. Just like other profession, you must have a calling that you can be a teacher that's not just teach the content, but in my own opinion, touch the lives of your students, transform them to be a better person, regardless of the status, regardless of citizenry or citizenship rather. Um, we are the what we call we are the second parents when they go to schools. So let me start the topic from flexible classes. Do they really work, or is it similar to other learning styles? As you can see in the first, right after the first slide, it's a group of learners. As my slide shows that a flexible learning is something you're familiar of. One, it can be taken into a library, which is the common ground for learning. It can be taken to uh, at home, okay, uh, pantry, or where student most comfortable of. In the slide of this, as you can see, the teachers at the back of the students, okay, meaning they are not sacrifices. It's just that the teacher is willing to give the platform in order for them to learn. The teacher is more willing to guide them that learning should be fun. And learning another materials or strategy would suffice, not suffice the old one, but it supplements what is being given. As I proceed to my next slide, which is the next slide, the information or learning can learn from a different avenues. Can be learned from a research conference, tutorials, or maybe just a conversation. As simple as that. But important thing here, we don't close our minds. We don't shut our heart that we can learn new things. To be honest with you, I'm not that expert in this kind of learning styles. But I think despite the fact that physical education could be the last priority subjects, but I know I've said that because sometimes I felt it, or before I felt it because I never thought teaching is I have a calling for teaching profession. Teaching is not just a piece of content that you give or form of crafting a content that we can give to students. Teaching is a call of I think call from God that you cannot escape because if you have a heart in teaching and then regardless of who you are, kahit taga-bundok ka pa or from the city, it doesn't matter. It it goes long way regardless who we are. On the next slide, it's very eminent that the starting of teaching strategy before as I proceed again, because as you can see, I really love teaching. So these are my students. This slides, it's very clear that this is the foundation or my turning point to adopt a new learning. From the picture on the left side with the person, and this is Dr. Esperanza that emphasized that we must not be complacent on what kind of learning do we have. We have to expand. As a physical education teacher, all along I thought practical is the best assessment. Well, it really is, but there's a lot of strategy that we can embed to students. Dr. Esperanza says that there are million students out there. Because if you're learning materials, who knows? You might have a big impact. But always remember, what scares the teachers are the following. They're scared of making multimedia instructional materials because they're afraid of being bullied, or making mistake is mortal sin for them. Well, on my own opinion, we are not born perfect. We are just human. We just have to open our doors for learning and embrace the reality that this is ever-changing world. Learning is inevitable. This is my turning point in the sense that I know that the first strategy of teaching from the start, and that will never change, is what we call traditional. It's a face-to-face learning, as my next slide will show, and clearly, I think everyone can comprehend. Diba? Ganyan tayo eh. We are very passionate enough to teach students. However, what works during the 90s or the 21st or 2000 might not work in the 2020. As a teacher or academician, we have to evolve. All you have to do is at least trust the process. I don't say this flexible learning is perfect one. I'm not. Because at the end of the presentation, you will understand or you will question yourself, are we prepared enough? Or am I equipped enough? Or maybe I did give my students options that may learning takes place. Right after, the next slides will tell you that from Sunal et al. Of 1994, it's very obvious that traditional is a face-to-face one, because I don't, I never discredit this one, because as a physical education teacher again, I believe in this kind of teaching methodology. Gusto ko nakikita natin ang estudyante. We really wanted them to see their expression, diba? The expression, on how way they respond, or the attitude, or how they are eager to learn. As mentioned, teaching is when traditional teachings, the teacher directs. So meaning, I am the I am the source of all learnings. Okay, my methods are memorization or recitation, but it doesn't stop the students from teaching them to resolve problem solving or critical thinking. But let us not close our mind into various of learnings. They exist because there's a purpose, but they don't um, manifest because they want to replace each and every learning. For example, as I go further with my slides, and we are facing COVID-19 that has a huge effect in our educational system. from the old one that this learning avenue is full of students, energetic, eager. uh, But all of a sudden, this is the new normal. A new normal where distance learning emerge. So as I go further, I really want you to understand that I don't discredit the traditional. As Coach Laika's webinar session yesterday clearly states that there's nothing can replace traditional teaching methodology because it serves its purpose. And I believe that because I'm one of those students na naging product niya. But then again, let's not close our doors. Let's acquire a lot of knowledge, not just because we ought to have it, just because we have the moral responsibility to learn more. And learning will never end. And it's a never ending pattern, or it's a never ending session. So it's really up to us if we want to learn more. As you can see on my slides, I myself had a hard time to facilitate it. The Zoom, to be honest. Actually, I'm very thankful enough to Vibal to accommodate me. No, kahit hindi naman ako ganun ka-techy. I even asked myself before I accept the speaking engagement, am I the right person to facilitate this? Or am I being a clown? So, thinking over it, I said, ganun naman lahat. Not everybody's perfect. Not everybody knows it all. Everybody must go in the process. I don't know how to create an ID. Even my cousins, siblings try to help me how to do it. As a teacher, sometimes it hits our ego that we know everything. I'm really sorry, but I'm just speaking from my experience. Ang sakit, no? As a teacher, siguro we learn how to accept that marami pa tayong matututunan. It won't hurt our ego, lalo na kung open tayo to learning. As of the 2020, how will you fight this pandemic disease? Something that you cannot see. Something we are not immune of. However, kailangan magtuloy pa rin ang aral. Why? Because there are compelling issues that's why we really have to go through this without stopping learning. As I go with my next slide, there are different types of learning, but they have the commonalities of it. They're all online learning. As I proceed, if you can remember yung slide ko about Dr. Esperanza, ano ba talaga yung fifth learning niya? Ano ba talaga yung blended learning niya? Does it make a difference sa flexible learning? Or pare-parehas lang sila? Technically, they're all the same in the manner of they're all online learning. Lahat yun ang online platform nila. But, iba-iba sila ng characteristic. Flipped learning is a kind of learning that you give some modules online, so you will not be able to discuss it if you will see them. I will not go too far. I hope during my I do have a high hope during my research paper. The title is Fifth Learning Model. I made it because it has a compelling issue bakit kailangan ng teachers ng fifth learning. It's because nakakapagod pag paulit-ulit tapos ang salita mo and then kailangan ulitin mo ulit na yung sessions kasi baka hindi niya naintindihan. This will equip the teachers and the students that they have to go back on the learning materials whenever they want. but it doesn't remove the face-to-face learning. However, the blended learning is synonymously the same. However, a limited or minimal face-to-face meeting. On the other hand, which is yung naka-highlight sa gitna, which is flexible learning in digital world, because we are facing digitalization and we cannot escape it. Kaya naiintindihan ko po yung mga teachers when they keep on saying na matanda na ako, or I know, maniwala po kayo. Kasi I feel the same, or the same sentiments na I don't even know how to make a simple PowerPoint or to use the Excel or to make a video. I made a lot of mistakes, and that's part of the learning process. On my opinion, sana po matanggap natin na nagkakamali tayo during the process. We are not born perfect. And let me ask also the consideration of the people who's trying to help them. Kung walang tao na tutulong sa kapwa teachers, wala tayong makikreate na mas magandang learning materials o yung learning ng bata. That's why they have commonalities eh. Why flexible learning exists? This is the reason. First, I have to discuss for the next slide ano muna ang commonalities nila. Because they have the same principles. One, autonomous learning. When I said autonomous learning, because you want them to learn on their own. You don't want to spoon-fed them. You give them materials, learn at their own pace. That's flexibility. Collaborate. It's either there will be session that you will have through online, like checking their not reflections, but through online you can check their like speaking skills or the locomotor skills. In some way, it might not be perfect, but in the little way we could bestow them the type of learning that might not be, again, maybe on some terms not conducive, but as Undersecretary Briones said, sorry, from the Department of Education, are we more willing to not to have any class because of COVID? Don't we teachers have any alternative learning? Are we allowing the student? Sorry for the term, no, but she mentioned, can we allow the student to be stupid just because we don't have so much materials, or we can make something out of nothing, or something that we're not familiar of but we are willing to learn? Then again, I would like to reiterate, flexible learning is not the best, nor discredit other learning. It might give us another alternative learning that we can give to students, so learning will take place. As I go further, on the next slide, you can see flexible learning is synonymous to distance learning. Okay, they have actually all of them has course resources or yung mga gamit, type of learning activities, because you have to plot it. Ano ba yung gagawin niya all throughout? Because the distance learning, as I mentioned, is a very little face-to-face. I mean, talagang makikita yung bata. Parang ano siya eh, parang open university. Yan yung concept niya kaya distance learning. There will be minimal meetings na mamimit mo yung teachers, but in the manner of flexible learning or flexible classes, hindi mo talaga mamimit ang estudyante. Now, it comes to my mind na it keeps on bothering me. Is it applicable? Maybe we could ask ourselves, are we ready? Or we might get some essentials from it, but the entire learning is not yet ready for us, or we are not ready to adopt it. There is a multimedia, a part of learning activities, or sorry, a part of learning instrument, we could ask them to do a reflection, or we could learn, they could learn from our tutorials, or they could do a tutorial videos, or the last one, which is commonly given to them, which is the readings. As I go further, the next slide would be simply says, how can we be more flexible? Or what is flexibility all about? There must be more, as Collis and Moonen of 2010, okay? Sir, do we have more updated, okay, there is the essence of the book of Collis and Moonen. It's very comprehensive. Meron siya ng book ng 2001 pa, but ito na yung pinaka, ano niya, talagang na-revise na talagang maiintindihan mo. As they mentioned, there must be more flexibility. Again, they are not testifying the flexibility learning is the best learning among the others, but it could give us another flavor or another consideration that baka pwede natin i-adapt. So, tingnan natin. As I go on again to our next slide, ito yung sinasabi niya. You have to identify the duration, assuming that you will be my students. These are the processes that you have to understand. Is it how flexible they were during those times? I have to identify the duration. Ilang meetings ba talaga yan? Okay, na mag-run. Okay, pertaining to number of classes. Identify how many submission. Sa number ng classes na yan, ilang beses lang magkakaroon ng submission ng bata. So, baka you can also have to justify na baka meron kang ibabalik na paper sa kanila as a feedback, and they have to revise it. You really have to specify those kinds of processes. Tempo of studying, I think in terms of tempo of studying, nasa bata yan. So, alam ko yung mga tanong nyo na hindi ko na masyadong nasagot kanina, like, sir, so mag-iisa-isa ba kami ng bata? I will answer that later. Pero I know how hard we try and how dedicated teachers are para lang matutunan ng mga bata ang kailangan niyang matutunan. Again, in the midst of COVID, baka kahit papaano yung learning niya, pwede natin i-adapt. Baka in the little ways that flexible learning suggest us, we can get something out of it. On the fourth one, it's one of the important. I'm not saying during assessment, hindi tama yung hindi tama tayong magbigay ng grade. But in order for them to understand how they will get the grades properly, we have to discuss it to them. Ganun eh. As a teacher, we are ought to be transparent. Hindi, sorry I'm just being honest. You will meet teachers na, ikaw, 85. Or ikaw. Especially kung nakikita kayo ng, I'm really sorry. If you think I'm blunt saying this in the webinar, because it exists. For those teachers, especially it's impossible to be perfect, but it's not hard to be righteous. Huwag natin paglaruan ng ang bata kasi they deserve to know the truth. And you have to specify it in front of them. Bakit yun yung grades? I know it may take a lot of time to do it, but again, if we open our heart and our mind to this kind of learning, I'm not saying you have to adapt everything, but you have to get what is essential to us. As I proceed to the next, sinasabi niya talaga na of course, orientation is very important, okay? You have to tell where theoretical lies and where practical or problem solving may go. What specific? Yan kasi. So, sir, if I adopted this kind of learning, am I being flexible? Yes. But let's define later the flexibility of the 2020, or baka baka in some point, flexible na tayo talaga before. We just have to give or to see more options. That's why marami tayong learning styles. That's why marami tayong learning na dapat ma-adapt. Sequence ng different parts of, well, I think I don't have to discuss this because as educator, alam nyo kung kailan ang midterm, kailan ang finals, kailan ang qualifying exams, mga ganyan. I think it's obvious enough. The key learning materials of the course, ito yung mga binibigay nating gamit. Sir, binigyan ko po siya ng gamit. Is it being flexible? Every question will be answered later. I hope ma-answer ko lahat ng queries pertaining to that one because I'm not saying we are not flexible. It's just the change nowadays, it's very fast. And we cannot stop it. The only way for, diba, ano laging sinasabi nila? It's not the strongest who will survive. It is the one who will opt and follow the change. Well, technically, totoo po yun. Again, I am appealing to each and everyone. Hindi nyo po kailangan baguhin yung ano. Baka kailangan lang natin mag-adapt. I am not discrediting the way you teach. Pero, namimit pa po ba natin ang estudyante natin? I think, hindi na po masyado kasi nasa bahay na po sila. Yung iba po, nasa bundok. Di po ba? So, siguro kahit papaano, kapag may time, it was discussed by Coach Laika on how many percent is the Filipino use Facebook. Ang tanong ko lang naman po dyan, if you're, well, right now, may nagpa-pop up na tanong na, Sir, ang Facebook po ba is a proper platform on online learning? These are all online platform. But the thing here, ano po bang, what is being approved to your institution? Diba? Kasi, as part of the criteria, dapat meron po talaga kayong, kung kaya naman, kung meron po kayo talaga dapat learning management system. Sir, as again, and I will quote, Coach Laika said that mas marami pa yung time ng mga bata, lalo na sa pagtingin ng FB. Would you consider that Facebook is a platform of learning? Why not? As long it is amended by your administrators. As long as it is used as a proper platform. Pag-usapan po natin. Kasi if we are not going to sit down here and to decide kung ano dapat, saan sila nagpapadala ng learning materials. Kasi there's a lot of educators claim that Facebook is not a formal platform. It's correct also. Kasi baka meron kasi kayong iba eh. Okay? Baka meron kayong iba na pwedeng paglagyan na hindi siya madi-distract. Lastly, it's synonymous to to the first slide, na kailangan ng assessment natin o kailan makukumpleto ng bata kung nai-incomplete siya. Hindi perfecto ang teachers. What more ang bata? But we look at the sincerest intention of the child or our students, regardless if it's Department of Education, basic ed ba, senior high, or college. Makikita nyo po yung sincerity ng bata. Makikita nyo kung gaano sila ka-eager mag-aral. You just have to be ready and maybe flexible enough. Sabi ko nga po minsan, lagi ko po itong napuprove na minsan yung learning na binibigay natin sa kanila, minsan hindi nila natatandaan. Pero ang natatandaan nila, what they will always remember is how do we take care of them. I think it's enough and compelling reason bakit kailangan natin mag-adapt for them. Sir, is it always about them? Maybe, for some reason, it's not. It's because pag-asa natin sila. And I strongly believe that. Kung sa tingin nyo, we don't lose hope that there will be may future pa tayo. Kung sa atin nga, hanggat naniniwala sa inyo kahit isa, don't stop striving for the best. Because we are teachers. We ought not just to impart knowledge, but to touch lives. as my next slide, hopefully, kasi ito na yung unang orientation niya ng flexibility, no? Kung makikita na natin, ay, flexible na pala ako. What more nung na-revise na yung what more? When the time they revised the book itself, their book, into another platform. Okay. From the current situation, what was stated a while ago, the organization of learning, the content creator, or the person or the teacher that gives dimension. For example, sinabi niya na, no? I really want, I'm challenging you to understand, are we flexible enough? But then again, I know how hard teachers trying their best to teach this children, their students. The content creator determines approach of learning style. Kasi very clear nga naman, sinabi mo na you have to lay down all your calendar of activities. Ikaw ang para malaman niya kung kailan ang face-to-face, online, para malaman niya kung kailan yan. But on the aspect of Collis and Maureen of 2010, sinabi niya, nagkaroon pa siya ng isang option. Pwede ko kayang tanungin pa ang learners ko kung gusto niya ng individual for the entire duration. Pwede ba siya, kung gusto niya ba, o mas prepare niya yung by group. Isang group sila for the entire. Or gusto niya ng mix. Which among this flexibility na pwede niyang i-take? Again, I know the burden. Okay, yung iba, na i-assess yung mga bata isa-isa. Pero hindi kasi ganun yun eh. As I mentioned a while ago, na baka hindi pa tayo handa, pero may mapupulot tayo sa flexibility, for the flexible learning or flexible classes method. So, ikaw, ano ba ang mas effective? Ako ang magbibigay sa bata, kailan kami mag-face-to-face, kailan kami mag-go online, kailan kami magka-classroom, kailan ipapasa ang requirements. Or, maybe I can try this and we'll see the difference. Another situation or another example, kaya nga ang tanong, is it fixed or flexible? For the next slide, ang content ng creator, select. Ito ang ilalagay ko. Okay, di ba ganyan tayo eh. I think this is according to, di ba yun sa Department of Education, sa basic education, kung ano yung, they are the law na susundan nyo kung ano dapat ang ilagay. So kayo, mag-iisip kayo ngayon, or kaya meron talaga silang naka-structured. Ako ba ang maglalagay kung ano ang mauuna? Or ito talaga dapat? Or meron na lamang silang flexibility choice. What had happened? Can we ask our learner, ano ba yung content na pwede nilang unahin? Okay? Paano ba nila gagawin? Ano ba ang gusto nila? Sir, is it possible for us to use or to begin with the theoretical followed by the practical? Or may I finish the entire practical and then I will have theoretical? Lagi ko po itong dinidisclaim, no? The flexibility learning does not dictate what kind of learning strategies you will use. As a teacher, alam ko po na pinag-iisipan nyo o kaya inaaral po natin na kung anong tama. But please, may I again appeal to each and everyone na ang mundo nagbabago po. Baka kahit papaano, kung meron pong magtuturo sa atin, kagaya ko po, yung mga ibang technology na hindi ko alam, I am more willing to learn because I think kailangan yun ng mga estudyante ko. Or, minsan, ayaw natin ipagamit or ayaw natin ipagawa kasi ahead sila sa atin. I think the best version of us is them. We don't have to compete na mas magaling ang estudyante nila sa atin. Aren't we happy that gumagaling ang estudyante natin? Kasi yun ang fruit of labor eh. Makikita mo na ang galing na ng estudyante ko. But then again, hindi lahat yan magaling lahat all throughout. There will be some students who will need your attention the most. And ito po yung flexibility choice na siguro pwede natin baka pwedeng isaalang-alang. Again, you will get what is essential. As for the next slide, as stated na naman, meron na naman tayong mga learning resources. O, to basahin mo. Dahil online tayo lahat, magfo-forward ka ngayon ng learning materials. The content provider provides resources for the entire duration. See? Biruin niyo po yung flexibility before nagagawa na natin, nag-i-evolve din siya. What flexible before might not be flexible enough in this kind of learners. Okay? Offers, baka na ngayon, pwede ka nang mag-offer ng, may textbook dito. These are the list of textbooks na pwedeng libre online. Or baka may gusto kang gamiting software. Or pwede mo yun ibigay sa kanya. Not necessarily bata ang maghahanap. But you give them choices. Okay? Para at the end of the day, we don't neglect, ay sana pala na-try niya. Or kaya, you will learn something from your students. And don't be offended. Kasi minsan, although nakakainis minsan, di ba nga yung mga estudyante, pero kahit po minsan pasaway yung mga students natin, isa lang dyan ang magsabi sa inyo na, Sir, thank you. Sir, ma'am, kung hindi ko po kayo naging teacher, hindi ko po ito magagawa or hindi po ako magiging ganito. Those are things na intangible. Hindi po yun kayang palitan ng kahit anong pera. At kapag kinurot ang puso natin, if that sorts of praising or words hit us inside, all of your tiredness, your, hopelessness, sleepless night, yung mga ganyan, para sa kanila, sasabihin nyo na recharges ka na. Because that's the essence of being a teacher. We are not just content provider. Okay? We are not just here to teach them. And I always believe in this kind of saying na lagi ko itong pinangahawakan. Hindi man po ako hindi ko man mabago ang buong mundo. At least meron sa isa sa mga estudyante nyo na magbabago dahil sa inyo. And that's enough reason. And that's a compelling reason. Why do we have to strive hard to at least take some chance to learn this kind of learning? Sa interactivity, ano ba gusto nyo? Face-to-face ba kayo? Kayo ba ang nagdidikta na, these meetings will be like this. Okay? We will have online. I will check your, ganyan. Or it might hit your stimulus that you can ask your students, your learners. Do you prefer real-time consultation, like see it as face-to-face? Not through internet? Or do you prefer written works? Do you prefer online learning? Do you prefer a mix of it? Yung iba po nagagalit nung sinasabi ko. But then, ang akin lang naman po, alam ko po, we are working so hard to teach these children that we always hope na meron silang brighter future. Wala pong teacher na nag-asam na bumagsak ang estudyante. Unless pasaway. As I go along, the next slide, ito yung pinaka-challenging na part. If you will ask me right now regarding the technology, I will ask you to go back to your institution. The institution will dictate, or the institution subscribe to a certain learning management system that you ought to use. So, ibig sabihin po, I hope nasasagot ko siya na tama ba ang learning platform ng Facebook or ng Instagram? Now, uupuan po yan ng bawat departamento. Pagdidesisyonan nyo po kung papayag kayo or hindi. Because being flexible, okay? Being flexible doesn't mean na okay lahat. So, anong ginagawa? Sir, you have to know your learners. Hindi po lahat ng nasa basic education ay capable of having an internet. And I know that. Everyone knows it. Okay? So what will you do? So yun. So yung mga question nyo nakakapag talaga I will answer it. So that we have certain protocols that you have to follow. If the institution has its LMS or learning management system, dun po kayo gagamit. Okay, bayad nyo po kasi yon. Pero pag wala, I would suggest that you sit down. You really have to have a standardized online system or online platform para hindi po kung saan-saan kinukuha. First, you have to have a survey. Kailangan nyo pong malaman ilan ba sa porsyento ng mga estudyante nyo ang meron yan. Sorry, yung iba po nagsisinungaling, ganyan-ganyan. Siguro naman po, if kahit papaano, lalo na po sa pandemic time, hindi po masamang, alam natin minsan may mga estudyante, but let's not lose hope. Baka totoo naman. Tayo din naman nagkakamali tayo and we have given so much chance. I'm not saying tama yung bata, but as a teacher, na mas adult, na mas nakakaintindi, I think fair enough to give them a chance. I'm not saying they're correct. I'm saying we are the bigger person of what we used to be. Hindi tayo dapat hot-tempered, mga ganyan. Tindihin natin sila. Because meron talagang mga bata na kapos na gano'n. So what will you do? I will answer it later para dire-diretso po yung Ako, meron kasing mga tinatawag na low-end platform. Kukuha siya ng information regarding sa assignments niya or mga information na nakukuha niya sa TV. Sasalain niya yan. Sa mga gagawa siya ng video, yung mga ganyan. Meron siyang computer, doon niya aayusin yung paper niya. Kung ano lang yung resources na meron siya. However, a computer platform yung meron naman may internet. Kasi ang sinasabi ko lang kanina, meron lang siyang computer pero wala siyang internet. So anong pwede niyang gawin dyan? So pwede siyang, yun nga po, pwede siyang kumuha ng information sa mga napapanood niya, aayusin niya sa kanila, then he or she will find way to submit it to you. Okay? A computer network platform. Yan, may internet na siya. So may access na. Ang high-end po kasi, yung talagang kaya niyang mag-reply sa'yo all throughout. Talagang kaya niyang mag-share ng information sa'yo. Sample, hybrid or Canvas. Or yung ibang mga learning management. Okay? Like Diva, I think they have this kind of product. Okay? Kung ano po yung learning system or learning styles of today's, it has a huge impact. Meron po talaga. Kaya nga po kahit papano, again, I appeal doon po sa nahihirapan kagaya ko. Kahit kahit isang try, wala naman pong, magkakamali po talaga tayo. Pero alam niyo po yung madudulot nun? Makikita niyo po kung sa ibang estudyante na willing silang turuan tayo. Not just students. Kahit po yung ibang mga ka-colleagues natin, tuturuan po tayo niyan. Wala pong pinanganak na alam niya kaagad. Diba? Yun po kasi yung meron tayo. We learn to teach our friends, colleagues, students in the little way that we could. Kasi we have so much means. Kung ano yung kayang ibigay. Minsan sobra-sobra pa nga eh. Siya nila gumagawa. Huwag naman po ganun. Kaya po natin yan. Magkamali mo tayo sa una, there will be learnings na makukuha po doon. Let's try. Yun lang po. So as I proceed, meron po tayong mga katanungan kasi. As the Philippines is open to this kind of learning. Kaya nga po ang sabi ko po kanina sa inyo, hindi sinasabi ng flexible learning. It was never stated that it's the best learning that we could use. But among this paradigm or among this baka meron tayong pwedeng ma-adapt na strategy that can help us to be more effective. I'm not saying teachers are not effective in terms of their teaching methodologies, but I'll give you the reason why I really would want to why I'm finishing my flipped classroom. Eventually, it stopped because hindi ko na mamimit ang estudyante. Because I really wanted to accomplish a model of a dance na pwedeng gamitin ng nagtuturo ng dance doon sa amin. Hindi dahil because gusto ko. That's the purpose of research. You will conduct research because you will help them to resolve these issues na papatunayan ng paper. And I really believe that flipped classroom, kahit before, hindi ako naniniwala, and eventually, Dr. Esperanza showed me that isa sa potential to help my teachers, as teachers and students. Biruin niyo po, araw-araw po tayong, kahit hindi na lang po PE teachers, di pa po yung math, sa araw-araw na nile-lecture natin yan, nakakapagod po yun. So naniniwala talaga ako na if we applied a certain strategy, na kahit kuha lang po tayo dyan na pwede, at least kahit papano we do one step at a time. As you can notice, I am not discussing about assessment because iba-iba po ang magiging assessment when it comes to different learning. And iba-iba din po kasi yung consideration na binibigay natin. So I think hopefully the Bibal will conduct another series of like this kasi iba-iba po yan. Hindi ko po pwedeng sabihin yung series of assessment in terms of physical education sa series ng assessment ng math and English. And none of those assessments are perfect. That's why it varies. Kung ano pong hinihingi na outcome, may karampatang assessment po yan. But the question is, are we open to this one? Are we open? Or are we okay from what we have? As I go on, may mga compelling issues kasi yan eh. Okay? Question ko talaga sa sarili ko, do we really need this? Why? And this was justified. As I go on with the next slide, one of the maybe issue, hindi po sana natin kayanin na I pray to each and every, lalo na po sa may mga sakit na gumaling, especially po na doon sa mga walang masyadong inaasahan kasi hindi lang po silang apektado, pati po ang edukasyon natin. Biruin mo, DepEd urged review average of teachers. Paano kung yung isa sa mga teachers ang nagka-COVID? So, sino mag-handle ng iba? Imaginein natin if before, no? Which is, I doubt with this kind of numbers because I think mas nadagdagan ng number of learners. Hindi yan kumonte. Pero may reason kasi bakit yan nire-review. Pag nare-relocate ang mga teachers or kaya napapadala sa iba, hinahandle ngayon or kinukumbine ng teachers yung dalawang section. So nagkakaroon ng talagang nag-compound na or dumadami yung estudyante versus one teachers. Okay? That's why I'm appealing to each and every teacher na sana maging instrumento po tayo na makapag-ikaya tayo ng iba na maging teacher din. Kasi dito pa lang po sa basic education or ito pa lang po, sinasabi niya na nakulang tayo sa teachers. So, kaya isa to sa learning strategy na pwede natin makatulong or pwedeng makatulong sa atin kung paano mas mapapadali yung learning or mas magiging makabuluhan or makakadagdag. Again, yung face-to-face learning which is from the traditional. No one beats that. But it doesn't mean yan ang the best. Kung nakikita mo ang bata, kung nakikita mo yung the way he speaks, yung actions and everything, it's one way or another na nakaka-fulfill talaga. But we have to consider, mamimit pa ba natin sila ngayon sa new normal? No. This is one of the compelling issue why we have to do it. Because we have to give our contribution. Because we are teachers, we are more knowledgeable about it. Hindi natin pwedeng paggawin yung hindi naman specialized din doon. Hindi lalo lang maglilito yung nasa ilalim. Next compelling issue would be talaga namang hindi natin to pwedeng palampasin. Okay. Sa next slide natin would be lowest tayo sa reading. Not only reading but math. So sabi ko, siguro kahit papano magigising na tayo. Magigising tayo na teachers, I know ginagawa po natin ang lahat. Hindi po natin kinokondena, pero wag naman po tayong pumayag na bumaba yung antas ng edukasyon natin. I know some of you maybe is mad right now, I'm not saying mali po tayo. Siguro mas tumaas lang po ang standard ng education ng ibang bansa na talagang kailangan nating mag-keep up. Siguro po, baka ito na yung flexible learning kahit papaano makatulong. As I reiterate again from the very beginning, as I've said and mentioned, none of which can be classified as the best teaching methodology or learning process. Wala po. Kasi iba-iba po yan ng identity. Okay? As I go on with my PowerPoint, I'm almost and nako, masasagot ko na yung mga tanong nyo. This is one reason kung bakit it always pinch my heart. Pag nakita nyo po itong mga bata na to, at sasabihin nyo sa sarili nyo na, kaya isa dyan ay anak nyo. Huwag naman mga ha, dami niyan. Isa dyan ay anak nyo, and you aim for a better tomorrow. Bakit? Sila ang reason kung bakit ganito ako ka-passionate. Because as a teacher, again, you just don't impart knowledge. Ayaw natin na itong mga bata na to ay mapag-iwanan. Because I strongly believe sila ang pag-asa ng bayan natin. Pero kung hindi natin sila tuturuan at hindi tayo mag-extra effort, sorry kakasanay, pero kung hindi po tayo mag-extra effort, saan po sila pupunta? Meron po akong ginawang, sorry, I'm really sorry because this is something na hindi natin dapat pinaglalaroan sila. Kaya minsan galit na galit ako pag hindi natin nabibigay kung ano yung dapat natin ituro sa kanila. Sana itong mga bata na to, ito ang mag-ahon sa bansa, or sinabi ko nga po kanina, hindi nyo man pumabago ang buong mundo. Isa dyan sa mga bata na yan, nababago yung mundo nila. And these are the oughtness to do. Why do we have to strive for a better tomorrow? Why do we have to perceive, to strive hard, to have a very good content to our curriculum? Kasi kailangan po nila tayo. And teachers, I do appeal na wag po na, I hope we consider some learning materials. I know how hard it is. Maniwala po kayo sa akin. I know how hard to navigate this kind of technology. Pero kung titingnan nyo po sila at isa sa pusa pa kanila, bigla na lang pong magti-thank you, or kahit minsan yayakapin kayo niyan, papapawi po lahat ng pagod niya. Isipin nyo na lang po, mga anak nyo sila. And we have that moral and social responsibility to help them. As para po ma-improve ko sa inyo, no, na hindi ako magaling gumawa ng multimedia, syempre tinry ko. Papakita ko po sa inyo, pero ito po kasi in the field of physical education na gusto ko pong ipakita sa kanila na hindi perfectong mga execution. Na yung learning materials are fully understood. Yung mga nakaraan mo, pwede palang mabago na mas maganda. Let's not close our minds and heart. Because there are people, a lot of people out there who are more willing to teach us. Wag lang pangunahan natin. Kasi ganun po talaga eh. Meron po talagang taong mas ahead sa atin. Na alam niyo po, sincere silang tutulong. You just have to ask. Yung learning materials ko po, panoorin na lang. Ginawa ko po yan kasi gusto ko po maintindihan nyo kung paano rin kahit paano gumawa ng content. Might not be perfect in terms of execution of exercises, but I know this multimedia will hopefully will motivate you to do your own. Kasi we are content creator na binibigay natin sa mga estudyante. I think We deserve to learn more. We ought to learn more. Sana po mag-enjoy kayo. Ganda po yan. Yan, di ba? Hirap niya. Hirap niya, no? Kasi kailangan ma-prove niyo sa mga students niyo na, oh, ikaw, ganito gawin mo. Paano yung proper? Mali yan. So, pag nakita po kayo ng mga estudyante niyo na nagagawa niyo yung kahit pa paano mali man yung execution or as Dr. Esperanza mentioned in the kind of learning na binibigay niya, we educators um, we educators are about to create a content and we are not bound to entertain them. We are creating the learning materials or the multimedia to inform them. Kaya, sir, paano yung sumasayaw-sayaw habang nagtuturo? Siguro, added value niya na yun. Pero it doesn't mean you have to adopt those kind of teaching and learning. Kasi hindi pa applicable eh. Ako po, dahil karamihan po kasi ng nagiging student ko, sabi nila, sir, baka may demo or ganyan. Pag nakita po, thank you for watching. Pag nakita po kasi nila yan, at nakita nilang you are knowledgeable enough to do it, they will do their best as well. Wag lang po tayo na masyadong, I know, alam ko po, ginagawa niyo po yung lahat ng best para lang po matutunan. Yung isa pa po, yung iba nahihiyang magkamali. Nahihiyang mag-English doon sa ano. Wala pong problema. If you think you can make a learning materials out of mother tongue or dialect, go ahead. Wala pong masama doon. Hindi po ako perpekto. Hindi po ako na ganyan na hindi din po ako perfect mag-English. Pero kahit po magkamali ako, alam ko, maiintindihan tayo ng mga estudyante. Maiintindihan po nila tayo kasi honest tayo. Maiintindihan po nila tayo kasi despite the difficulty of doing it, nagawa po natin. Now, ang daming question. So, oh my God. Okay. Good afternoon po, Ms. Esther Garcia. What feasible program can be implemented to teachers nearing their retirement age who defy using digital instruction? Nako, ito lang po. Siguro, we have to have a series of trainings. Yung kung retiree na po sila pertaining to your program that can be implemented, I would suggest kahit papaano yung very light lang na gumagamit ng technology. For example, kung retiree na, they are not closing their doors. Kaya nga sabi ko po sa inyo, you first establish ano muna yung learning platform. Ano muna yung online platform nyo muna. From there, malalaman nyo naman po kung ano yung pwedeng ibigay sa kanya. Or, just to give out, baka pwede naman po na pwede nating i-guide muna yung teachers na magre-retire na. I fully understand them na nahihirapan po sila. Pero hindi po kasi kung if we are trying to implement the learning, ito po yung nagkakamali, no? And I strongly believe na talagang totoo yung sinabi ni McCammon na aside from your multimedia, there's no such thing as information overload. Kasi kung training yan, kung series yan, kunyari po, ano lang, basic answering online learning. Siguro ganun po. Kasi doon po ako nag-start eh. Yung mga mas may challenging age po sa amin, by the way, I'm sa challenging age po sa amin, doon po, dinahandahan niya po yung learning. Hanggang sa magamay niya po. I know with this kind of yung process, yung dahan-dahan, kasi the more na naiintindihan po natin yung para pong estudyante, hindi po natin kayang biglain yan eh. Kahit gustuhin pa nila. Pero kung ang information mo ay dahan-dahan mong binibigay sa kanila, as you said, feasible program. What feasible program? So siguro hindi ko po masyado ano ba, defy using digital, hindi po magde-defy yan kung lahat naman po na dadaan natin sa pakiusap. Siguro siguro ano po, they try to alamin niyo po muna kung ano talaga kung saan yung strong, yung kung saan sila strong na kung ano yung pinaka-strong na capabilities nila in terms of imparting knowledge or yung meron po yan for sure. As I mentioned a while ago, kung magaling sila sa traditional, alin doon, then you can bit by bit tuturuan nyo sila or sila mismo itself, madidiscover nila kung paano sila magiging flexible. Hayaan po natin na makumbinsi natin sila na dahan-dahan po. Matututunan po nila yan. Sa amin po kasi nag-start po yan ng basic call lang. Kung paano sasagutin yung emails. Emails pa lang po nag-start. Kung paano po siya sasagot. Susunod po, sumasagot na siya ng online call. Ganun po. With respect to them, maintindihan naman po nila yan, Ma'am Esther. Alam ko po, we are more compassionate enough and understanding na everything can lay down in the table and paramdam niyo po sa kanila na importante sila. Kasi wala pong teachers na hindi importante. Lahat po tayo, meron po tayong ginagampanan. Kahit ano pa pong edad niyan. May mga bagay lang na kailangan nyo lang po silang i-guide. Dahan-dahan lang po. Alam ko po, magagawa nyo po yun. Dahan-dahan. I hope nasagot ko yung ano kay Ma'am Esther. Okay, from Marian, Grace is, sorry if the best version of the teachers are their students. The best educators learn from their students because teachers are lifelong learners. Adapting to the needs of time. Opo, ay maraming salamat po. As I mentioned, we can ask ourselves already, are we capable, are we equipped enough to adopt the flexible learning? As kaya po kini-clear ko na hindi ito dapat pinupuwersa. As learning take place in our institution, kung paano po kasi kami natuto yan kahit papaano, dinahan-dahan po kasi. Yung training po, very important po yan. And the mentorship, na naniniwala kayo na matututunan niya ng dahan-dahan. Kasi ganun nga po yun eh. Katulad po, ngayon, recently we adopted the learning management system, which is Canvas. Before, we used the other learning, hindi ko na babanggitin. Ngayon, sabi nila mas madali. Yes, pero kasi tingnan nyo muna kung ano yung kailangan yung teachers. Huwag natin isang bagsakan. And ako po, no, again, I would like to take the opportunity to thank the Bibal group. Kasi ako po, sinabi ko po sa kanito harap-harapan na ayoko ng webinar. Na sabi ko, God made me an instrument. Make me an instrument na ako ang mag-facilitate. Para maisabi ko sa kanila na if you're going to get a speaker or the person who will train the teachers is capable enough, huwag nyo lang po isaksak sa isang araw. Huwag po. Siguro kasi kami po half day eh. Tapos talaga pong kahit papano yung hindi nakakahabol, nabalikan po yan. Opo. Wala naman pong magaling na hindi nahirapan or nakuha lahat yung skills. Wala naman pong, kaya nga sabi po nila, di ba, no one's left behind. That's family. So tayo po sa isang department, I think, you ought to teach everyone. Kasi this is not just a profession. I think it's a calling, not just to inform others, but to help one another. We are teachers bound to teach in every way we can. We have to step up, especially in these trying times since interactive, distance, flexible. Let us learn as one. But then again, nakikiisa po ako sa mga dahil isa po ako sa mga teachers na hindi equipped, but we are not closing our doors. We are not doing it for ourselves, but we are doing it for the future of, the Philippines, which is our students. I think it's worth fighting eh. Hindi mo itatapon yung pagod mo para lang maturuan sila. Kasi kung hindi ka equipped na turuan sila, hindi mo sila matuturuan. Ganun po kasi talaga siya eh. We cannot give something that we don't have. But we can learn something from others. Let's not close our hearts and our minds. Kasi calling po natin yun as a teacher eh. Continuous learning siya. So I hope, I appeal to each and every teachers, regardless where they are, please take care of our students. And I know, with the best of your ability, you will do it. We are not prepared, but we must try to adopt what is applicable to teaching. Yes, no one is prepared because no one expect and even predict that COVID is coming. However, hindi tayo pwede palaging mag-mourn. Hindi ka pwede laging umiyak na lang. All you have to do, it is our responsibility to step up and to do something. Kahit mahirap pa yan. Because it, again, as I've said, it might not change the world, but it will have an impact to someone and you will change his or hers. And that's enough reason to do it. Sir, you have mentioned the low reading rate and math capability of a student. How will you assure that the flexible learning aid knowing these two skills must have? Okay. Thank you, Tom, for the very good question. As I mentioned a while ago, it's very clear that flexible learning doesn't give you any assurance that it will eradicate or finally remove the low rate of those who cannot read, comprehend, and maybe the math competencies. But if we believe in somehow adopting some essentials from flexible learning, it might change. It will not totally removed, but it will give its part. Mababawasan yan. I know. Ganun tayong teachers eh. Di ba? We teach them not just because they have to be taught. Because alam natin na hindi man mawala yan, dadahan-dahanin, mabawasan yan. May matututong magbabasa. May matututong mag-compute. Meron estudyante na handang dumaan doon sa hirap ng learning para lang matuto. Again, it's impossible to remove it. But kung alam natin, it will slow down or at least lessen the numbers. I think we're doing our part. Okay? We are not magicians here. Kaya nga lagi niyang sinasabi, we are not just teachers. Okay? More than that, we have the honest to teach them what is hindi lang para pumasa ng, kasi hindi lang yun yung learning, it's more to that. Look at the bigger picture. Kapag natuto ang bata, it's a chain reaction. Isa o dalawa, hindi ganun kagaling, but they will strive for more. They will be better, and let's hope for the best. The flexible learning will not give you assurance. Neither the traditional. Hindi siya nangako sa atin na kapag traditional lang tayo, face to face, it will eradicate the number of the ratings. Yung rating mo bababa. Hindi. Ang sinasabi niya lang sa atin, isa to sa mga teaching methodologies na baka pwede kahit papaano mag-adapt tayo. And it also answers what is essential. Hindi natin mamimit ang estudyante. Di ba? But will you allow as a teacher na walang learning na mangyari sa bata ng buong taon? Will you allow that? Or we will do our part? Kasi hindi lang tayo ang kasangkapan here. Hindi lang tayo ang sorry for the kasangkapan. Hindi lang tayo ang dapat marami yan. Kaya lang specialize lang tayo sa field na kaya nating gumawa ng learning materials. Okay? Kasi, okay, sabihin ko na rin, to assure quality education, as we teachers claim that we offer quality education, merong tatlong sangayan. The students, the teachers, and the administrators or the schools. Kapag isa lang dyan ang napilay, there's no such thing you offer quality education. Kapag ang teacher ay hindi supported ng school or administrators, hindi niya mabibigay ang dapat niyang ibigay sa bata. At ang bata hindi niya magagampanan or makukuha yung learning na hindi kayang, na hindi naman ituturo ng admin kasi iyon ang admin work eh. Yung tatlo na yan, works hand in hand. Those are stakeholders. So if we are trying to prove we are offering quality education, at least I know we're claiming all of that. Kaya lang syempre, baka yung traditional or yung ibang learning, baka pwede nating dagdagan. Hindi ko sinabing kunin mo siya. That's why I'm giving you the question. I'm throwing you the question. Do you think we're ready? Because in my own little opinion, we're not yet ready. But there are some principles of flexible learning that can be adopted and try it to our students. Okay? Kasi yun naman siya eh. Ganun naman siya. Dapat kahit paano, let's hope for the best. Naiintindihan kita. Kasi iba din yung face-to-face eh. Kaya nga hindi ko siya din-discredit. Iba yun. Iba siya. Iba din pag nakikita mo ang bata. But sa sagot ng panahon ngayon, how can we give proper education? Or at least sa munting paraan, ano natin maturuan yung mga bata? I hope na answer ko po lahat nung doon po kanina. Okay, may isa pang tanong na sinasabi niya po, Sir, okay, dali lang po hindi ko siya tinatanong niya na, Sir, paano po yung school na, okay, medyo personal yung tanong niya but I will answer it. Ang tanong niya is, Sir, doon po sa mga, bakit po yung iba na may repercussion yung announcement ng isang school? Ano po ang take nyo doon? Either we pursue yung teaching and learning or mass promotion. Yung mass promotion, okay. We are in the Philippines, we are democratic. Each and every institution has its own policy. Now, yung policy po natin, meron tayong tinatawag na academic freedom. For some reason, that school, sinabi niya na gusto niya na ganun yung desisyon, wala tayong magagawa. Meron siyang mga parameter para i-mass promotion yun. Kaya lang, may repercussion siya. But it doesn't mean, it's like the learning, it's like other learning. Hindi niya sinasabi sa'yo na kunin mo siya. Ang sinasabi niya sa'yo, gawin mo siyang reference. So, nung pinasa ng isang reputable school ito, ang repercussion, gagayahin ba siya ng iba? Okay? I cannot say if is it fortunately or unfortunately, but the repercussion, nagiging basihan siya. So, Sir, paano yung learning or ipapasa ba or no? Depende yan ngayon sa administrators nyo. Depende yan sa school, sa president, depende yan sa principal, depende yan sa vice president for academics. If you think kailangan ituloy nyo yung online learning or kailangan matapos pa rin through online learning, may reason sila. Kasi ganito yan. Okay, yung UP itself, nag-mass promotion. Sinabi ko na. Pero very clear yung iniwan nilang statement. For those who pass during the midterm examination and has a clear and strong midterm grades, regardless if it's examination, practical examination, projects, or quizzes, hangga't hanggang napatunayan niya na or tama or objective yung grades at bata ang nag-compute, this pwede mo na siyang ipasa. Now, if you are telling me bakit hindi pinasa yung mga bagsak, may consideration. Now, if those failing students, ang reason is number of excess absences, ibang usapan yun. But doon sa mga estudyante na bagsak siya, pero may chance pa na pumasa ng finals, ang ginagawa po nila, defer grade. Yes, defer grade po ang tawag na hindi mo nila ipapasa, kumaga incomplete. Yun po kasi yung position nila. Meron po tayong kanya-kanyang polisiya bawat school. So, kung ito namang tanong about the DepEd, sir, paano po well, in your institution, babalik po ako, I hope nasagot ko siya kanina na kung may platform po ang isang school, kailangan niyo po siyang i-utilize. However, paano naman po yung ito? Sinabi niya, paano yung mga nasa bundok na wala? The best consideration you can do, if wala talaga siya, okay? Alam naman po natin kung nagsasabi ng totoo or hindi. But given the consideration, kung hindi wala naman talagang ibibigay ang bata, or wala naman talaga siyang trace na nag-online siya, kahit pa I quote and quote na from Coach Laika na taas ng porsyento na gumagamit ang bata ng Facebook, ha? It has one of the most evidence-based na talagang gagamit sila ng internet. So again, kung wala, i-defer mo yung grade. That's the best thing we could do right now. Sino ba ang may gusto ng COVID? Wala naman po. Sino ba ang gustong mag-distance learning? Distance learning is not a replacement of teachers, especially, sir, yung sinasabi niyong face-to-face. Okay? Hindi po natin yan sinasabi na hindi effective or ano. Okay? Wala pong pwedeng pumalit doon. Kasi ako din po, sa totoo, product din po ako noon. Kaya lang, as years goes by, syempre, nag-innovate tayo. Baka pwedeng may mga learning styles tayo na, okay, another question would be, sir, paano po sa kung wala pong learning management system? Kung walang learning management system, kailangan nyo pong pagdesisyonan sa isang departamento kung ano po ang pwede nyong gamitin as an online platform. Because there are researches, if I'm not mistaken, na na-publish sa mga ISI, talagang meron pong mga platform like yung FB. But then again, kasi it is considered rather, na hindi siya masyadong formal. Kasi pag nag-FB ka, medyo may distraction. Unless, yun lang yung ipapasa ng bata sa inyo. Yun lang po. If you will utilize the platform for the sake of education, then it's okay. Wala po akong problema doon. Okay, ito po yung nakakatawang tanong dito, sir. Paano po, kasi pinagtatawanan po tayo ng mga bata. Ako po, to be honest with all of you teachers, I'm not good English speakers. Mali-mali minsan ang grammar ko. Pero mas mali-mali yung grammar ko kung hindi ko siya ipa-practice. I am more willing to learn and accept my faults. Hindi po ako perfecto. And I'm not closing my doors to learn. I know na yung iba po natatamaan yung ego. But as a teacher, we have the ought-ness to learn these things. Hindi na lang yun. Yung sinumpaan nating pangako na bilang guro, kailangan natin turuan yung mga bata sa layo o sa larangan ng kaya sa kahit paanong pamamaraan. Kung wala pong mga teachers kagaya natin, kaya nga po minsan nasasaktan ako. Minsan po, in the field of physical education, sometimes it's the truth. Kaya lang po, minsan, nagkakaroon na rin po kahit papaano ng respeto na, uy, PE teachers yan. Yun po talaga yung pero I think we are all equal. Kung gagawa ka man ng learning resources mo, Kung gusto mong Tagalogin, wala pong masama. Kung gusto niyo pong kung dialect gagamitin niyo, wala pong masama. Basta buo po yung puso natin na we are doing that for the students. Na alam niyo po 'pag natapos natin 'yon, iba po yung feeling, iba po. Huwag din po tayong magdamot na ituro sa iba. As Tom Rath, yung sa book niya 'no, we are not jack of all trades. Let us be open to help from one another. Hindi po ako magaling, kaya yung video ko po na ano, humingi po ako ng tulong niyan. Kung it takes, hindi naman po nakakawalang dignidad yung ano, paghingi ng tulong or kaya yung iba wag naman pong laitin yung iba dahil hindi marunong mag-English ng tama. 'Di ba lagi po natin sinasabi na instead of educating me, 'di ba? Yung iba, don't belittle me, educate me. Sana po maging bukas yung puso at isip natin na this is not just a job for us. We are extraordinary because calling 'to. Okay? Calling siya na I strongly believe na hindi ka magiging teacher kung wala kang calling. Na hindi ka makakapag-impart ng something from within you na wala ka. Again, yung motto ko po very simple lang para dun sa mga bata. We might not change the world, but one of those children's world, at least we can, di ba? We can be part of them or we have an impact. Ganun lang naman po yung gusto natin. Wala naman po tayong inasam na ano. So I hope yung iba pong mga tanong, I hope nasagot ko na po. Doon po sa mga gusto uling mapanood, kung gusto niyo pa mapapanood. Okay? Learning must be fun. Learning must be fun. Wag po tayong masyadong minsan po crack din ang jokes, yung ganyan. Pero we must know the limits. Yung gano'n lang naman po ang teachers. Hindi po tayo perfecto, but alam nyo, yun nga po isang bata lang ang makakapagsabi sa'yo na, Sir, marami pong salamat. It will change your world. I hope maramdaman nyo siya kasi doon nyo mararamdaman yung essence nyo as a teacher. Hindi siya yung respeto makukuha nyo yan. Pero yung pagiging importante nyo, yung ambag nyo sa kanila, iba po yun. If I would like to encourage everyone, if you would want, again, to view this kind of presentation, please subscribe dun sa Bibal YouTube channel. In the little ways I can, dun sa pag-impart ng knowledge ko, might not be perfect. Lagi ko po itong sinasabi, hindi po ako ngayon nasa online platform kasi ako yung pinakamagaling. Hindi po. Kahit sino po kayang bigyan ng Bibal ng opportunity to speak. Siguro po nabigyan lang po ako ng opportunity. It doesn't mean I am the one who's giving this kind of webinar. I am the best. No. I've seen a lot of teachers, ang gagaling nila. Na sinabi ko, bakit ako ang nandito? Sinabi ko na lang, siguro, I am one of the best example na hindi marunong ng technology. Pero dahil sa kagustuhan kong turuan yung bata, kahit magkamali ako ngayon in front of you, masabi ko lang sa inyo yung fulfillment na naibigay ko sa kanila or kahit nagkamali ako sa mga words ba. Kasi ganun, takot tayong magkamali. Takot po tayong pagtawanan. Pero mas matakot po tayo kapag ang estudyante natin lumaking mangmang. Mas nakakatakot po yun. So I am more willing to accept yung pagkakamali ko as shortcoming, pero hindi ko papakawalan yung chance na turuan ko yung bata. Kasi yun po talaga ang totoong pagiging teacher. Kasama po yan sa sinumpaan natin na we are more willing to educate them the best that we could. I hope, sana po, sa mga nakikinig or na nanood, Sana po nakapag-part ako sa pamamaraan na kaya ko. For those who are watching from the other countries, my apology for using my native language because I really want them to understand that this is not just teaching for us. This is a noble job. This is calling. Maraming salamat po sa lahat at sana po pag natapos yung learning series, ma-realize po natin na teacher tayo, hindi lang tayo teacher po tayo. Maraming salamat po. Thank you po. Again, please kung gusto niyo pong mapanood, please subscribe doon sa YouTube channel. Sa lahat po ng mga nanonood na estudyante ko, hindi ko po pinilit yan Thank you po. Thank you. Doon po sa mga co-teachers ko, I hope hindi ko man di-discuss 'to sa I hope na tutunan niyo siya. Yes, mayroong mga nagiging resistance about this one, but lahat po ay matututunan sa maayos na pag-uusap po. As long na we open our hearts, we open our minds to learn, there's nothing impossible. Let's make a difference in our own little way. Huwag po kayong mahiya, kaya po natin 'yan. Saludo po ako sa lahat ng guro. Maraming salamat po.